Hey, what's up? This is Wally, and in this video, I'm going to be covering how I sold over $9 million of online courses, online communities, and online coaching through chat, right? So that's no phone calls, that's no sales calls, nothing like that. It's all through using basically our two thumbs and either a phone or a keyboard on a computer screen, right? So if you'd like to do that, if you'd like to figure out how we made a ton of money doing that, right, make sure you keep watching this video. So I want to kick this off by basically showing you one of these screenshots that I got from one of my clients. This is actually just of their Stripe account, right? That's one of the ways that they take payment. They take payment many other ways as well. But you can see right here that they've collected over a little over $124,000. And this month in January, right? January 2024, right? It's January 25th, 2024 right now. So this is today. He's at $21,000 this month in cash collected, right? And they still got 5 days left this month. So super excited. He's using the chat system. He's having a great freaking time. And I'm going to be showing you exactly how this works for him, right? Now, one key thing that makes me different than a lot of other people is that I'm actually an operator. So, you see me making this video, you're obviously watching this right now. I have never really been a front man person until more recently. If you guys went on a YouTube channel, stuff like that, you'd see me from having content back in like 2017, 2018, but I haven't really made content or done anything until more recently now, right? I'm more of an operator. And so my perspective on things is going to be more about how we actually do them. It's going to be less about like the philosophy and vision and different things like that. So I'm going to get very tactical with you guys. I'm going to show you a lot of interesting and cool stuff that you can only see as an operator, not as the marketer behind everything, right? So this client, right, 21,000 in sales for this guy so far. I just want to talk a little bit more about my results and different things that I've been able to do for my clients and people I've worked with and for. So remember, this is sales by chat. This is no phone calls, right? And so this is actually a screenshot of one of my commission stubs working with a very large influencer, which I'm going to share a little bit more about with you later, right? But you can see right here, we did $348,045. And this was just in 1 month, right? And this was 2 Instagram accounts that I was running at the time. Both of these accounts doing, a little over $150,000 each, right? So crushing it. And remember, no sales calls, just chat, right? I'm gonna show you guys everything that we were doing for this. And then right here, just for proof of commissions, just so you know I'm not full of poop. So this is here in 2020, you can see over this little 4-month period right here, a little over 88,000 collected in commissions in these 4 months, right? So, so I know what I'm talking about. I know what I know how this stuff works, and I know exactly how to make it work for you, right? So commissions here, and then this is another company that I was working with. It's an online education platform. We were selling trading education, right? I consulted with this company for a while through chat as well. And you can see right here, it's a little blurry on the screenshots, but we had, an $11,644 payment right here, $2,983 payment right here, 22,719 payment, and right, these are all like funds going to our Stripe account, right? 5,000, so just tons of money coming into this account, and all through chat, right? And this was for a network marketing business, actually. So we're gonna break down a lot of these secrets, a lot of things that I've done in operating these different companies, and what I do for my clients right now today, and how you're gonna be able to utilize these chat funnels for yourself as well. So if you'd like to be able to build a phoneless system that will print money like this for you on demand, then definitely keep watching this video. So I'm gonna tell a little bit about my journey to 7 figures, right? And so it starts off over here on the far left side. Actually, not a lot of people know this about me, but in my past in college, I had a little bit of a colorful one. I was definitely your local weed dealer, right? And among other things. And this is basically my first dip in making money for myself, right? I was working a lot of service jobs at the time, met a lot of people, interesting people, for lack of a better term. And so I was like, well, how do I make more money? And so I met this guy, and basically he got me started. And anyway, this is basically was my lifestyle for about 3 years, right? And I actually got in trouble. I'm reformed, right? So this is many, many years ago. I don't have anything to do with this kind of stuff now, but it is a part of my story. And so it is something that I usually, like to share with people and like to start with, right? So this is how I got my start in this lifestyle right here. Got in trouble, and then I got into network marketing, right? So MLM, a lot of you guys probably watching this right now probably seen a lot of MLM stuff, or people maybe have pitched you in joining an MLM, right? And so that's actually how I got started in entrepreneurship. I joined an MLM and got started selling like supplements and different things like that. And I sucked shit at it, really. I sucked really bad. And I just didn't understand how to sell. I just didn't understand anything at all yet, because I was just so green in my journey. Even though I had the experience of being a drug dealer, right? The difference being that in this scenario, you have a product that people want. And in this scenario, you have a product that people kind of want, but you kind of have to shove it down their throat, right? So that's how I got started. After that was an MLM. Didn't have a lot of success at all in MLM. Made maybe a couple $100, but it taught me a lot about entrepreneurship and like understanding like systems and understanding like how to simplify a system to something that anybody can do, right? Because if you base your business or base things like your processes in your business, especially around people who are all stars or people who are just like naturally gifted, then you're not going to have success in your business or anything that you do, right? You need something that's a process that's repeatable. And so I learned a lot about that right there in MLM. Didn't have a lot of success, but good learning lessons, right? Then from MLM, I transitioned into social media marketing, right? So this is actually, I started my first marketing agency in 2017 with an old business partner, actually the same guy that I met in MLM. But we started a social media marketing company together where we were basically doing, posting content and different things like that because this was hot at the time. Around this time, this was like Here in My Garage, right? So that's Ty Lopez, and he was like doing the Here in My Garage thing. So we were part of that social media marketing train, right? And then, basically doing that for clients. So we got into social media marketing, and this is actually where I started finding out about like chat automation and stuff like that. Like we can automate DMs, you can automate comments, you can like do a lot of these different automated things with your business that would complement your advertising, right? And so this is where I really found out about it in 2017. But it was really new and shiny, and I sucked at sales, so I didn't really know how to sell it the right way, right? So we were in SMA for a little bit, and then what we found out with this chat automation thing is that we had cool ways to use it, right? We could basically build like almost like an app, but using a bot or using these automations. So we actually pivoted into building essentially like a wellness community where we basically used chat automation to deliver people things like recipes, like their like food recipes, like nutrition, like workout routines, like all these different things about like building your health, right? All that you would send this kind of information out to people anyway. And so we had it delivered through a Facebook page and using basically a chat bot or automation, right? So we built that business, to about $4,000 a month. And then I learned my first real big business lesson in online marketing, which is you got to fight churn, right? And so this business, it got to 4K a month recurring. And then we actually built this based on affiliates. And so whenever you build something based on affiliates, you don't have your own acquisition system, right? Or your own way to get leads, then your business is basically reliant on those affiliates, right? And so what happened is they ended up stopped selling, and then, the business ate itself, and then we had to pivot out of that. And at that point, I still wasn't good at, sales, right? I still hadn't figured out exactly how that stuff worked. And then we got over here. I got into freelance copywriting after this company kind of went down, right? And so then I was like, okay, well, I need to learn how to get good at copywriting. I need to get good at marketing and sales and all these different things, right? And so instead of me starting to sell more people, or basically like selling people things that I didn't understand, I got into, let me just learn like the core skill that everyone is good at, that is good at marketing and like making money online, right? And that's how I landed on copywriting. And so got into freelance copywriting. I got into an online education program. I was watching all these YouTube videos and I came across this guy named Jason Capital, right? He was teaching email copywriting at the time. And so he had this course called Email Come Expert. It cost $3,000 to join. I was a broke guy at this point still. I had no money, nothing ever coming in at this point. So I didn't know how I was going to afford it. But you know what? I figured it out. I dropped $1,000, which was all the money I had in my bank account at that time, put it on a payment plan, right? And I was like, I'm going to figure out how to make money because I don't have a choice, right? I've got $2,000 that I owe. Like I just put everything on the line to figure it out, right? So I got into freelance copywriting that way. Put all my money on the line to learn how to get the skill down and do that kind of stuff, and actually had a ton of success. When I started doing freelance copywriting is actually where I hit my first $10,000 month online. There's actually a YouTube video of me. You could go look it up. Working with this guy named Jason Capital, which I'm going to talk about a little bit more about him later. But I hit my first $10,000 a month as an email copywriter, and this was like kind of when I first started realizing how all this online marketing stuff worked, right? And how to actually like pull the pieces and just like learn how to persuade people and make sales, right? Now, from freelance copywriting, I went back into the MLM space, actually. I became a consultant and copywriter for high net worth MLMers. High net worth meaning people that had like lots of money and then basically lots of people on their team, right? A lady we worked with at the time, she had a downline of over 10,000 people. And so if anybody that you guys know about the MLM space, if you have a downline of 10,000 people, that's a lot of people working for you. That's a lot of potential to be made in terms of money, and then also a lot to manage, right? Is this in this spot that I really learned about how to do webinars, like how to write, marketing content, how to do social media posting, and like just kind of like how writing specifically in the copywriting side is involved with all of these things. And I really honed my skills with these guys here. Manage blogs, manage email marketing campaigns, managed webinars, actually ran a lot of in-person events for these guys as well, and would kind of like write the marketing copy to promote these events, right? And getting paid very well to do so, right? At this point as a consultant copywriter for high net worth lenders. Then after this right here, I actually transferred into becoming the director of sales for a guy named Jason Capital. So backing up just a little bit, right? I got introduced to Jason Capital through Email Income Expert, right? Which is that program I mentioned earlier when I got into freelance copywriting. And so he was already kind of baby testing this stuff in chat, right? And so he had been making a good bit of money in chat already. And so when I started working with, we said, okay, well, what if we just take this system that we have figured out manually in chat, right? How to do it like manually, and then let's add on automation and see what happens. Right. So we took the system, right? We developed the scripts and everything, and we developed everything I'm going to show you here in just a minute. And then now we added automation on top of it. And then we started making so much money. Now, during the COVID time, this was crazy, right? This was like, lockdown, everybody was not making money, right? Brick and mortar shut down. I was living in Dallas at the time. Dallas was like the quietest place ever whenever COVID was happening. And so that was the time that I actually became the director of chat sales for Jason Capital, and we were selling all these online products. Now, the product we were selling at the time was a program called Money Boss, which is basically teaching people how to make money online, which was a very, very hot topic during COVID because people were like at home now and they were losing their jobs and different things like that, right? And so during my time as the director of chat sales for Jason Capital, we sold a little over $4 million of just the Money Boss program, not including, we sold another program called Airbnb Boss. We sold another program called Turo Boss, right? There are all these different programs, like make money type programs that we sold. And that's where we really honed and developed a lot of the systems that I'm going to cover today, right? Now, director of chat sales for Jason Capital. And at this point we had at its peak, I was running a team of over 32 people. We were doing well over $500,000 a month in revenue. And I can show you guys, mentioned earlier, you guys saw some of the screenshots of my commission stubs and different things like that, right? So just a lot of experience developed right here. And I basically was the chat director for about 3 years. Then we transitioned to a different agency. We realized how profitable this chat closing stuff was. And then but what we really realized was that there's more people that sell high ticket and they like to sell on the phone. And so really another opportunity for us to make even more money for people who are like kind of teaching them what to do was becoming basically very excellent at appointment setting, right? And so I became the director of appointment setting for Jason Capital's next agency after that, where we basically we ran a done-for-you agency booking appointments for big creators with over 100,000 followers, right? Now, we built that agency to over $300,000 a month recurring revenue, right? And that's not including commissions and all the stuff that we do on the back end to collect from these guys, or collect additional revenue from these guys, I should say. And we booked literally thousands and thousands of appointments over the last, year and a half here, right? Now, it was basically around the beginning of Q2 of 2023 that I decided to break off from that agency and start running my own done-for-you chat agency, basically doing a lot of similar things there, but focusing specifically on sales by chat, right? One big problem that we found in the appointment setting industry was just that, like, if you allow people through that don't have a proven offer, then basically, like, if they don't have a proven offer, it's going to be nearly impossible for them to sell it, right? So it doesn't matter how many appointments you could book for someone. It was impossible for them to make money because they didn't have a good offer that was tested and their sales skills weren't up to par, right? So, and that's why in 2023, I decided to focus on a done-for-you chat agency where I focused on just the chat sales, right? And I built this agency to basically $20,000 per month in recurring revenue in the first 90 days. And then now that leads me to where we are today, which is we are helping creators create 20 to 50K a month in profit with chat automation, right? And so I just covered all this experience and all the things that I went through to kind of develop all these systems, right? And what I realized is that I want to serve hundreds of people, not some people, right? My agency, the one that we run, is a done-for-you agency. It's a very concierge type service, right? We work with very specific people. Our results are really good for those specific people. But the reason that they're good is because we are actually experts in the businesses that we're doing these things for, right? The only reason I was able to create those kind of results for Jason Capital and become like chat closing and all these different business opportunity type products is because I'm an expert in them, right? But I'm not an expert in your business. I'm an expert in anyone else's business. And that's why we pivoted to helping creators do 20 to 50K a month in profit with chat automation, just learning the same systems that we do, but basically doing it for themselves instead, right? So creating their own team, creating your own systems around you, so that way you can actually benefit the same way that our creators have, right? So that being said, so let's hop into how this works, right? Because you're probably thinking that, how does this work? So 99% of all creators who offer coaching and online courses fail, Why? Why do they fail? It's because they're using the wrong kind of funnel. There are two kinds of funnels. You probably only know one of them. And that funnel is the boomer funnel, right? So that's if you're using a webinar, if you're using a VSL or like long form sales copy, if you are using a 5-day challenge, or if your phone closers are not treating your people like people and they only care about if they make a purchase, right? If you're using software like ClickFunnels, Teachable, Lead Pages, right? You're using a boomer funnel, right? Or a website funnel. And it's not to say that website funnels don't work, but there's a better funnel in town, and that funnel actually outsells the website funnel bigger than 2 to 1, right? And I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. And it bigger than 2 to 1, and for everything, including your agency offer, your coaching program, your consulting service, your high ticket offer, your courses, right? Your buyers aren't on websites anymore. They're on social media, right? And that's why the chat funnel works so well. So here's the chat funnel. The reason why it works so well is, it doesn't use a website, right? It lives where your prospects are the most active, right? Because people are all on social media scrolling all day. So that's where they're the most active these days. It solves the biggest problem, which is people want to be talked with, not talked at, right? Your prospect doesn't want to yawn through another VSL, a webinar, a sales letter on a website. They actually want to talk to someone on your team or you, right? They want to talk to someone on your team or talk to you. So I'm logged into the Kajabi account of one of our clients right now. So you can see right here, this says January 21st, right? That's sale. So if I refresh the screen, right, just to make sure that you guys know that we are live right now. All right, cool. So you can see all of these right here. So this is just in the last 30 days. You can see the 10 transactions, right? But I want to show you guys what we were originally, like kind of what happened before we would start working with this client. So you see those 997 sales right there, but let's go back to the very, very beginning. So while this loads, give me just one moment. Okay, cool. So now this is loaded, right? So you can see that there are 13 pages in here. So let's go back to page 13, all the way at the very end. All right, so we can see that this exact same offer, right? We were selling it at $96 right here originally. And this was using a website funnel, right? So this was using just a normal landing page, everything like that. And so doing pretty decent, 96 sales, $96 per sale, right? So you can see this, it was 96, 96, 96, and then we ended up cutting it in half, right? There was a big jump right here from November 4th to the 2021. And so now we're selling at $47 right here, all this side, right? Cool. So you see all these $47 sales, so not bad, right? And then we started working with this client around April 17th of last year. And you can see right here that all of a sudden, all that 47, that exact same product that we were selling, right, for $47 on a landing page, started selling for $997, right? $997. That is 21 times more money per sale on the front end, right? And you can see that there are just page like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? This one refunded, that's fine, right? And then there's another 9 pages of just 997 sales, right? So you tell me, would you rather be selling at the $47 price point, or would you rather be selling the exact same product and exact same service at the $997 price point, right? I can't answer that question for you. Now, but I'm trying to zoom here. There we go. So deep down, you probably already knew this truth. If you could talk to every single person one-on-one, right, you know that you'd make more money 100%. And so we can both agree on that. We don't have to fight about that specific point, right? So that being said, I want to cover some of these people that I've worked with. So there's Jason Capital. We sold a little over $5 million in the business opportunity space. That's thousands of happy clients and more people making money online because of it, because he was helping people make money online. And that's actually what I'm super passionate about, is I want to help creators who have awesome products that actually help people, right? I don't like to work with people who are just, out there just to make money, right? They actually need to have a good product and service. They actually have a good thing going on, and I can help them help more people, serve more people, and create more impact, right? So Jason Capital is one of the people we work with. Les Brown, right? We also sold about $1 million in the business opportunity space for speakers, helping thousands of people get paid to speak, right? Becoming paid speakers using a program called Power Voice. Work with a guy named Jay Shetty. We sold a little over $2 million in the business opportunity space with him as well, helping thousands of people get paid for their passion, right? So super, super awesome, super great experience working with that team. And obviously he is spreading his impact and helping more people, and that's exciting, right? Another one of our guys, I work with a guy named Austin Cook. We sold a little over $100,000 in the business opportunity space as well, helping thousands of people learn the trade of automotive, residential, and commercial tinting. Love Austin. He is a really cool guy, great entrepreneur. And, I love that he's so passionate about what he does. And that's the reason why he's able to help and serve so many people, right? Another one of our clients, and we're going to talk about him in just a minute as well, Brandon Clark. In just 9 months, we we sold a little over $200,000 in the online education space, specifically in life insurance, and over $1 million in premium collected, right? And his thing is helping thousands of first-generation millionaires become their own family bank. And I don't know about you, but I want to become my own family bank. So this was a really exciting client to be working with, and super happy to be helping him serve more people at a high level, right? Cool. So I want to transition back into this over here. So here's a little bit about how a chat funnel works with a little bit of automation, right? Because you're probably thinking at this point, okay, Wally, you tell me about these people, you tell me about all this cool stuff you did, tell me about all your story, different things like that. But how does this thing work? And so now we're going to get into it right now. So how does a chat funnel work? So first things first, you're going to tell your audience that you're putting together some kind of new program for people who want a specific outcome, right? So you can do it this way. You can also use there's different ways that you can model this idea, right? But here's an example of what we have right here for one of our clients. So it's a photo of him and his wife. You say, whenever someone tells us life insurance is a scam, the scam is not knowing. You know, we've been leveraging our wealth with an IUL for over a decade now, earning 7% interest on average. If you learn more, DM me the word life, and I'll show you how to become a first-generation millionaire, right? So this is us expressing that we have a program, or we want someone to message us for more details about knowing something, right? Cool. Then we said, so this was kind of 1 and 2 together, right? We told them to DM you a special keyword if they're interested. So in this case, we said, DM us the word life, right? And so as you can see right here, people message us the word life off of a story. So you view an Instagram story, message us the word life. Then they come down, and then we chat with them after they message you, right? So we chat with them, and then, or you can use automation, so a human-esque person or human-esque bot chats with them. So you can see right here, we're chatting with this person, providing value. She wants this book. Awesome, right? And then they're going to book a call directly from chat, or they're going to buy directly from the chat, right? In this case right here, you can see we have a Zap set up for whenever sales come through. This is a guy named Kaipo Smith, and he was buying this, Brandon system right here. And I'm excited, obviously, for sales. So anyway, they're going to either book a call or they're going to buy directly from us through chat, right? And then you win either way. No websites needed. As you can see right here, at no point did I ever mention that you needed a website or that you had to use a landing page or anything like that, right? This was literally just a script, messages, right? A script, a way to take payment, and that's it. So as you can see right here, for this client for this month, we are at 23,900 in sales so far, and this month is not even over yet in January. So super excited to be working with this one. And yes, so now you might be wondering at this point, like, all right, cool, Wally, you told me about this chat funnel. It's awesome. Okay, but like how do I actually find out more information from your team? How do I see how this works? Right? How do you show it to me a little more deeply? So I want to transfer it over here. So what can I do to learn more about chat funnels, right? Or want to learn more about chat funnels? Well, I'm running another case study group, right? My team is going to customize and install the chat funnel for coaches, course sellers, influencers who wants to make 20 to 50K profit per month in their business, right? So we're going to show you the blueprint. We're going to guide you through how to customize a chat funnel for your business, right? So we have SOPs and processes for your team. By the way, remember I said I'm an operator. I'm really good at operations, SOPs, and building team. And I'm going to transfer that knowledge to you. I'm going to have step-by-step guides to create all of those assets, right? I'm going to show you how to drive the leads and collect emails at a 90% opt-in rate. This is the secret sauce of DMs. I'm super excited to share that with you there. I'm going to teach you how to build some awesome lead nurture system. And then you're going to have the chat marketing training, right? I've been doing this for 7 years. And so there's literally probably nothing I haven't seen at this point in terms of chat marketing. So you're going to get all of that experience, as well as the behind the scenes videos of me actually training my copywriters and team members on how to actually drive leads to the DMs, right? So you're going to get access to all of that. We're going to show you everything you need to know to get the most out of your chat funnel based on your personal targets, right? So if you need filled calendar with appointments, right? We'll do that. If you want more course sales, we'll do that. You know, if you want to figure out a way to automatically turn all your followers into emails and phone numbers, we'll figure that, right? If you want more high ticket clients, we're going to figure that out for you, right? So we're going to tune this thing based on what the biggest outcome is for you and your business. Some people want to do more course sales. Some people want more high ticket clients. Some people want to just collect emails, right? This chat funnel can be adapted in many different ways. And so we'll help you dial that in, right? Replicate my results. Of course, now if you're not happy or anything like that, you'll be back by a guarantee. But my team and I chat with easily thousands. I put 500 to 1,000 here with thousands of people per day. And we've done over 3.2 million chat conversations with people over the last 7 years. So I don't think there's any problem that we won't be able to solve with your chat funnel at this point. So are you ready to learn more? See the chat funnel in action? Yes? All right. Click the button below this video, book a call to see your demo of the $9 million chat funnel for online coaches, course sellers, and influencers. By the way, I really appreciate your time and attention. You could have been doing, thousands or hundreds and whatever other things that you could have been doing today, but you took the time to watch this, and I appreciate that, right? I know a lot of the videos out there and that your time and attention is valuable, right? I truly appreciate it, and I hope I did a good job of expressing how much chat funnels have changed my life, my business, and that of so many of my clients, right? The average adult spends about 23 hours a week texting. So chatting with your prospects and using chat funnels to meet your prospects where they're actually at, that's going to be increasing your response rate. That's going to increase your book calls. That's going to be increasing your sales, right? So you don't have to be a better marketer at all. You just need to adapt to where your prospects are right now, which is texting and chatting on social media. So like I said, I'm excited to meet you. I'm excited to chat with you soon. Just book your call below, click the button below to get your demo. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in other videos and in the community. Thanks.